Hello, my name is Gabe Zollner. We all waited patiently for the past 3.5 months for a report to come out and provide us with insight as to what took place in Benghazi on September the 11th of 2012. As most of us know, the report was initially commissioned by Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, and that was commissioned on October the 4th, 2012. And she appointed an Islamic Muslim sympathizer who was a former ambassador. His name is Thomas R. Pickering. And he is also very much tied through numerous documents to the Muslim Brotherhood. Isn't that a strange coincidence? The Brotherhood keeps sort of popping up. Anyway, I'm sure it's just coincidental. But what ends up happening is the report ultimately blames who? It blames Ambassador Christopher Stevens. And the reason it blames Christopher Stevens is because the report says that, well, he went to an area that had potentially a great deal of volatility, and there wasn't sufficient support, military support there, to prevent anything that might occur. Well, what's interesting is that the support that was there was removed 2 weeks prior to his visit to that particular facility in Benghazi. Now, what also happened is that as a result of the report coming out, a number of people have resigned from various government positions. One of those is an Eric Boswell. He was the Assistant Secretary of State for Diplomatic Security. And another one was Charlene Lamb. Well, Charlene, she was the Deputy Assistant Secretary responsible for Embassy Security. Now, some of us might remember Charlene, because I do, and she was actually being questioned under oath by a group of individuals, and I believe that it was headed up by Congressman Darrell. And what she had said under oath was that numerous requests were made by the ambassador weeks prior to his visit, requesting additional support because he was concerned about certain things that he had heard that were taking place that caused a little bit of concern. For example, the Red Cross moved out of there, so did the British Embassy, and a number of other embassies were closing as well. But anyway, she also said under oath that she and numerous other individuals and various departments like the CIA, the Secretary of Defense, even the White House, and according to the White House log, Obama and Biden and Panetta, they went down to the Situation Room and they're watching all this unfold real time. Now what's interesting is there was no mention of this in the report, nor was there any mention of a predator. Now why would a predator have been circling above when the only thing that was taking place was a friendly dinner between Ambassador Christopher Stevens and some high-ranking official from Turkey? And I guess what they were concluding was another one of Obama's many gun deals to provide weapons to the Syrian rebels so they can get rid of Assad the way Libya got rid of Gaddafi. But anyway, that's a different story. Okay, so here's what actually I think happened. What actually happened was they had a predator over there because Obama wanted to watch his plan unfold. And here's what I think his plan was. We all know that Obama has a certain fascination with Muslims and with Islam. He himself said he is one of them when he was in Cairo, and I take him for his word. Not often, but I do in this instance. Anyway, so what if he was to fulfill some of the promises that were made by others? Now, who is the other? Well, there's a gentleman, well, I don't know if you call him a gentleman, but he's the new president of Egypt. And his name is Mohamed Morsi. And if you recall, when he got sworn in, what did he say? Well, what he said was that I plan to make, he, meaning I, plan to make Jerusalem the capital of Egypt. I don't think Israel is going to be too agreeable to that. But hey, you know what, who knows? They might consider doing that. I doubt it, but they might. He also said that he plans to free the blind Sheik. Well, who's the blind Sheik? Well, in 1993, the blind Sheik was found guilty of orchestrating the bombing of the Twin Towers. And for his participation in that event, he was convicted and sent to prison for life. Now again, Morsi said that he wants to free this guy, right? Okay, so follow the pieces of the puzzle. So, what if, again, these are just hypothetical what ifs, but what if Obama had planned with the Brotherhood to have a number of radical extremists capture the ambassador? Well, the ambassador, we knew, had very little military support, if any. We knew that he made numerous requests, according to Charlene Lamb, that were denied for additional support. And so he was pretty accessible. I'd say he was very accessible. Well, he was accessible until 2 ex-Navy SEALs got involved. Now, about a mile away from where the ambassador was and where these bad guys are trying to capture him, you had Glenn Doherty and Tyrone Woods, both ex-Navy SEALs. What do we know about Navy SEALs? Well, they're probably the most highly skilled and trained military individuals in the world. We also know that they're conditioned and trained to go to the sound of gunfire. Now, they also received requests, phone requests, telex requests, as did the administration, for support and help. They were told 3 times, by whom? Doesn't say in the report, but they were told to stand down 3 times. Well, they did for a period of time, and then they went ahead and disobeyed orders. Probably the very first time in their lives that they would do that. It also happened to be the last time in their lives. They went ahead and they went to give assistance, and a 7-hour gun battle ensued. During that gun battle, they were all killed. They meaning Doherty, Woods, another gentleman who was ex-Air Force, and obviously the ambassador. They were all killed. So the plan that might have been put into place obviously didn't come together. Now, let's assume that it would have come together. Why would Obama benefit from that? Well, what he would have done is he would have offered a trade. Being the staunch kind of guy that he is, being the one that understands Muslims as well as he does, as he said in Cairo, how he can unite and bring everybody together, he is going to make an offer. He's going to offer the blind sheik for a trade for who? For Ambassador Christopher Stevens. And that would make him a hero with the American people. It would also make him a hero with the bad guys. But we wouldn't know that, because they would have gotten what, again, Morsi had said he intends to do, which is to free the blind sheik. So it would have been a win-win. But unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how one looks at it, Doherty and Woods were the ink in the ointment. Now, if they never would have done what they did, the plan would have worked. But they did what they did. And what's disgusting is that the truth is being kept from the American people. Hopefully, one day the truth, all of the truth, will come out. And Obama will have been proven to have been culpable in many, many murders. We'll see.